Welcome to the actual stupidest thing that I have ever done. All the parts you see before you have been sourced from AliExpress, yes, including the processor and graphics card, which, if you know, is probably the riskiest thing you can possibly get. You may also be wondering why these two parts are not in boxes while everything else is. That's because they fucking showed up like this. This was loose in a bag. I don't see physical damage on it though. So I think we got crazy lucky. It's also by a brand called Vast Armor that I've never ever heard of in my life. So let's get into it. Now I do want to mention, I am sorry about the angle. I'm not great at filming non-microscope repair footage yet, so this is kind of the best I got. And yes, that is my current PC in the background. It is a full Hatsune Miku build, and it's the best thing in the world. But let's get started with the part review. So honestly, I'm very impressed with this case. I'm gonna put up a screenshot of the listing and everything. I got this for technically free. I bought this during the AliExpress anniversary sale, which gave me a $40 off coupon, and this case was $40. I'm gonna be honest, it does feel like a $40 case. It is probably the lightest, cheapest feeling thing I've ever touched. But you might be surprised to learn, first of all, it's a 180-degree case. And this is actual tempered glass. This is not plexiglass. I was certain it was going to be plexiglass whenever I got it. I was genuinely shocked and honestly impressed. It's an MATX. It only has support for a 2-slot AIO and 1 back fan. You can technically use the bottom 2 slots for mounting fans. However, in an MATX case, I'm not certain that that's going to work out super well. Onto the motherboard. This is from a brand that I believe it's pronounced Jingyue, and it is a B650M Pro, and you're probably going to be fucking shocked by this one. First of all, not only is it AM5 socket, but it is also a white PCB. Now, the reason I say that you're going to be shocked by this is because not only is it an AM5 MATX with a white PCB, white and silver color scheme, but I got this for an absurd $70 after tax. Now, if that doesn't make your alarm bells start blaring, it fucking should. Because if you right now go to Newegg, Best Buy, Amazon, even used market on eBay, you will probably discover that a white AM5 board is going to run you at least $160. This is literally less than half the cost of those. It is a 2 DIMM slot, single card slot board, but I mean, for what you're getting, like, it's an absurd price. And hopefully all is well. From what I understand, this brand actually is trustworthy. They do seem quite popular. So I do trust the actual functionality of the board. My main thing is if the specs hold up. I'm not sure what the power supply of the board is in terms of like the power phase structure and like what it can support. Like for example, if it can adequately run like a 9900X. But we shouldn't have to worry about that specifically too much because we are running a 7500F, which, if you don't know, this little thing is a fucking powerhouse for the price point. I got this after tax for $160. You might not think that that's too crazy of a deal, but for what it performs as, this is actually like shockingly impressive for the chipset. Not only is it like a lower power chip, but the performance is usually on par with the 7600X, and you can actually find this for even cheaper from some suppliers. Now, I can't guarantee the authenticity of certain sellers on AliExpress, but I did find this as low as $110 during the anniversary sale. So with any luck, you may be able to find it for even cheaper. As for the cooler, I've chosen an all-in-one liquid cooler by Aigo, I believe is how it's pronounced. Now I've chosen for an all-white build, of course, the full white set. These fans look really good, honestly. Now, it looks quite good. I paid after tax, I believe it was $49 for this. I'll put up a picture of the listing as well as a breakdown of the price. And lastly, the graphics card. Of course, this was the riskiest purchase that I made. I believe after taxes, I paid $330 for this. It's a 6750 GRE. So to my knowledge, this card is exclusively available in China. So from what I could see online in terms of acquiring this otherwise, this is a pretty killer deal. I couldn't find a 6750 GRE for less than $450 at the time of filming. So as long as it is what it says it is, and as long as the performance matches up, then this is kind of a steal. So I'll show the listing as well on here, and we'll get into it. You know, I just realized that I said lastly, but there is one more component that we forgot to look at. This is the RAM. So from what I understand, they actually are a well-known and reliable RAM manufacturer. So the really funny thing is, this is waifu RAM. So originally I was gonna buy some regular stock white RAM sticks, but my friend convinced me that this would be way fucking funnier. So this is a 32 gig DDR4 kit, or DDR5 kit, sorry. And yeah, it's very pretty actually. They even have the knockoff Trident Z Royal gem effect for the RGB, which I'm personally not a fan of, but I think it's really funny for an aesthetic AliExpress build. So that's what we're going with. And the timings are, it's 6800, oh, my cats are fighting. It's 6800 megahertz, CL3445-45108, if anyone is curious, which is slower RAM for this chipset, but I don't think it'll hurt too much, especially on AM5 is not as important as it was for AM4, to my understanding personally. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but it should perform pretty well regardless. Now, you may notice also that I did not include a power supply on this list. So if you watch other videos in this category, you'll probably get the gist already, but a power supply from AliExpress, to my knowledge, I don't know of any reliable manufacturers or sellers specifically on AliExpress that I could safely purchase a power supply from. And I just really don't want to take that risk. So what I've selected, I actually already own a 700 watt bronze power supply that I'm going to be applying towards this build. The cost of that power supply was $50, so I can show the breakdown with and without, so you can kind of get a good expectation of what this build costs. We paid a whopping $767 for this. Now, at first, that might sound like a lot, but the crazy thing is that proportionally, based on US pricing, for the used market, we're paying at least $400 less than a build of the same spec. And then it gets even crazier when you consider that the graphics card and the processor actually got initially canceled whenever I ordered them. And the reason that they cited for canceling my order was the enactment of the tariffs in the United States. So whenever I had to reorder them, it actually was after the anniversary sale had ended. So I had to pay a higher price, a higher base price. So I actually had to pay an upcharge of $100 on that. So the actual build, before having to reorder without the coupon, which by the way, most of the coupons I used are around year round. It was only some of the base price on them that was affected by the anniversary sale. But the base price before that was $660 for the full build, which is fucking insane for what it is. But with all that in mind, let's get to building. I'll be honest, this is my first time working with AM5. I'm a little bit scared. I've been working with AM4 so much that I just haven't ever had to worry about bending the pins on the motherboard. Whoa. Oops. It is crazy how light this thing is. Does not feel fantastic, admittedly, but it looks pretty, right? It's super pretty. Oh, I gotta untie these. Also, a neat thing, it came with a little fan hub, which is pretty neat. Also, can't forget to pull off this thing. I've seen so many posts on like the subreddit and stuff of people forgetting to take that off and only realizing years later. Or minutes, depending on how power hungry the CPU is. I should have done this before I put the cooler in. I didn't realize that I had to attach these. Feel very silly now. The only explanation is I put it in upside down. I had to have. Wow, that's remarkable. I have to kill myself now. There's no other solution. I must. It does have, unfortunately, the ones you have to break away. That's another big downside for this case, in my opinion. I hate ones that are like that. Ow! Blood for the blood god. Fuck. You always have to sacrifice something when you're building a PC. A little bit of blood for the case. Okay, moment of truth. Turning it on. At the very least, we get lights. RAM light. RAM light, okay, there we go. Do we get display? Yes, okay, holy fuck. First try too. I always get nervous whenever, you know, that first power on of a new build. The most stressful. Oh, I forgot that I had Chimera OS on my test boot. Well, at least that'll be easy to test games on if I already have those installed. I did also want to verify. It does appear 32 gigs of RAM, Ryzen 5 7500F, and a 6750 GRE. So I'll pull up some other things just to verify that, and let's run some benchmarks.
Honestly, I was pretty blown away with the performance out of the box. I mean, these are all using the Ultra preset without FSR or frame generation. And additionally, the Baldur's Gate 3 tests were all done in Act 3, which is usually the most demanding area in the game. I think the most shocking out of them all is definitely going to be Monster Hunter Wilds, which is a notoriously hard game to run. And I wasn't really expecting the 10 gigs of VRAM in this 6750 GRE to do super well, but I mean, here we are. When you consider things like FSR and frame generation, if you don't mind any of those drawbacks, then the performance is even more impressive, with Monster Hunter Wilds, for example, hitting 137 FPS average. I also ran TimeSpy Extreme, and it hit a combined score of 5069 with an average 33.49 FPS. If you look at the top 50 scores for this GPU, you see results kind of fluctuate between like 5,000 and 5,700. So I mean, we definitely didn't hit the silicon lottery or anything, but I mean, this is all at stock settings, so you know, no overclocking, undervolting, or etc. So there's definitely room for improvement on that end of things. Now, I do want to address a few things. First of all, yes, that is me doing a parry-only run of the Draconic Tree Sentinel in the B-roll footage. Thank you for asking, I am built different. But I do want to mention a few issues I had with the build and give you guys just a few warnings. I did have an issue with this board, just to be upfront about it. The issue was that it was booting every 3 cycles or so. I ended up finding out that there was a BIOS update that fixed some of the RAM compatibility issues, so that did end up solving that problem. Additionally, something you should probably look out for, the RAM that I actually ended up with was not stable at the listed speeds, so the regular XMP or Expo profiles weren't able to be used. Like I mentioned before, this allegedly isn't as big a deal for AM5 CPUs, but do take that with a grain of salt since I am just kind of repeating what I've been told in the past. Also, if you're buying from unverified sources like I was, just try your best to do your due diligence. Now, that can come in the form of like checking reviews, or for AliExpress specifically, I highly recommend that you check seller age, since a lot of the scam stores get created and are pretty blatant about it. So just try to stay away from sellers that have only been active for like a fucking week, for example. But overall, just try to make sure you do your research before trying to buy from these sellers, especially checking out like the subreddit, for example. There's a subreddit for AliExpress where people will post about like the stores that they've used and things like that. I also highly recommend that you only pay attention to reviews that include like pictures, for example. Those ones are usually the most trustworthy, is what I found in my experience. But yeah, stay safe out there, guys. That is going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so hype about this model, by the way. Like, look at this. It's so cool. And then like, you know, let me break the magic for a second, but I've got like these different poses too. I've got a soldering iron, and then I have like the villainess laugh thing going on, and then this hand thing that I straight up stole from Youthnet, so go check her channel out because I love her so much. Making B-roll time. Do 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 boo 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 boo.